Hi folks, welcome to another stream. Oh, that's really annoying. I'm watching an ad before I can test my own stream. Unfortunately, ad blocker doesn't seem to block ads on Twitch yet, which is really irritating. There we go. I can confirm it's working now. That's good. Yeah. It's a bit out of tune. I'm just playing a bit. Someone had a really good suggestion last week, which is why don't you play guitar at the start of your streams, every stream, to give people a bit of time to rock up. So I think that's actually a really good idea. Mind you, they are very short streams overall, so maybe that's enough guitar playing. Also, I couldn't be bothered tuning this thing, but I'll play more later if you guys want. Excuse me. Welcome to the stream. So today, let's go to stream questions. We'll start off with that. And have a look at what you guys have been asking. Gesundheit, yes. I'm a bit sniffly, and I've been doing handyman stuff all day. It's been really annoying me, but it's all good. It's all over now. I can relax. Stream questions. Let's do it. Hello, how are you? How do you think the living conditions and environment differs between the newbies, mid-tier and successful groups? I was reading the Melanie Lee from Chocolate interview, and one of the reasons why there was so much negativity around her was because the group was unsuccessful. Do you think her experience with K-pop would be better if they had been a little successful? Yeah, probably. Someone did actually address this on a pretty credible sounding answer to this on a previous stream, and they mentioned that it would probably actually be hardest to be in the mid-tier, because on the extreme Nugu tier you're probably that there's probably not that much expectation that you would even make any money anyway, so you probably have a little bit more freedom because nobody even cares who you are, whereas the mid-tier are really all trying to get to the top tier, so you've got the combined discipline of the top tier along with not making any money and being in really cramped living conditions and all that sort of stuff. No privacy and no freedom, blah blah. But then I guess my speculation is probably as good as yours. It's not like I run one of these groups. What do the people who start K-pop groups from scratch think how successful they will be? I mean, they cannot be seriously thinking their groups will be Jules generation level, right? Maybe not, but maybe. Well, for a start, there's a lot of just like there's a lot of delusional people out there who think they're going to make it when the chances are very slim. There's probably also a lot of delusional people running companies who think their company's going to make it when the chances are very slim. So I think that's a thing. There probably are some crazy CEOs out there, but also they all go into it with a plan. I mean, the Chocolate CEO went into it with a plan of like having this biracial group or whatever. Not a very good plan, but it was still a plan. The Crayon Pop guy seems to have had his own plan. They all approach it differently, and who knows if it's going to work. I mean, you look kind of different from your profile. Yes, correct. You notice that. Very observant. I like it when people come and they're not familiar with what I actually do and who I am, and they just sort of stumble on the stream. It's great. Good to see you anyway. You don't look dark red and gold either, just by the way. Can you please take this mental intelligence test? And are you a web developer? No. Look, all the about stuff and all the shit about me. If you scroll if you scroll down to under the video, you can click and find out all the shit that I do and everything, so you don't have to ask dumb questions and shit. What age did I call and just shave the whole head? Actually, I had a completely full head of hair until about 6 years ago, and then I had alopecia. So my hair just started falling out in just random clumps. Um, and then I just went, oh, fuck it, and got rid of it all. So there you go. Fascinating topic. Can you please take this mental illness test and share the results? Thanks in advance. Yeah, cool, I'll do that. "10 minutes to complete." I'll try and be quick. Yeah, whatever. Have you taken this? No. How old are you? I'm over 100 years old. How good are you at reading people? Yeah, I don't know. Yes. Oops, I missed. Aruba. Where's Aruba? I don't even know. Um, I'm gonna go with that. I was expecting the buttons to be in the middle. Um, Sorry, this is a little bit boring. I'm just kind of whizzing through. I'm not really thinking about it very much. Sorry, this is not the most exciting screen content in the world, but we're nearly through it. No, I'm happy. I'm calm. Okay, 20 out of 6. I'm equal or better than 64% of participants. So what does that actually mean? I don't know. Does it mean I'm moderately socially intelligent, I suppose? There you go. Pretty good for someone who's over 100 years old, so yeah, pretty cool with that. Awesome. Hopefully that was worth something for you. What's your take on this stance? I don't even need to click the link. It says boobs are important, so I agree, obviously. Or just check it out anyway. The boobs are important. Yes, they are. That's yeah. I knew I would agree with that. So as what's supposed on the evidence by the net is well, this is probably going to be crap, whatever it is. What emotion do your eyes show? I don't know. I can't really judge yourself, can you? It's not subjective. Standing together with the manager, I believe attacking actually is saying it's been through behaviour. Found to attend story. It was treated by its manager when she came. The manager had taken the fan's phone and started looking through it. Well, that all sounds fairly normal so far. It just seems like a fan was doing something they shouldn't have been doing, and so the manager was being careful, checking their phone and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not very conclusive, is it? I mean, someone's got to be the bad guy and keep you fucking fans in line when you're at these things doing the wrong thing. No, she probably doesn't want to. Um, so she's. It's not much fun having to take your toys away, but if you won't play with them properly, then that'll happen. Um, So yeah, Ned and the detectives my ass. They're obviously looking at it from their own jaundiced view of a fan or whatever. Can't really be trusted. Do you agree with their view on cultural appropriation? Probably not, but let's have a look. The unification is. Well, maybe I do agree with it. Let's see. I couldn't be asked reading all this, but look, basically, I mean, cultural appropriation is just a stupid argument, generally speaking. I mean, back when I was growing up, doing things from another culture was part of combating racism and and learning how to engage with other people and be inclusive. And now it's seen as a bad thing, which is just really dumb. But I mean, that's outrage culture for you. I mean, I don't think most people think that. I think if you walk down the street in Australia and you're a white person wearing a kimono or whatever, You know, 999 of 1,000 people probably wouldn't give a fuck, but that one person in 1,000 will go on Twitter and complain that you're you know, being culturally insensitive, and then that will get shared around as, look at this, you know. So I think the amount of people who actually give a crap about cultural appropriation is actually far less in reality than what it seems like on the internet. Oh yeah, here's a playing guitar suggestion. Also, that was a good one. So thank you for that. So I did that a bit. And did you actually worship Satan in high school? No. I did not. But I'm sure a lot of people thought I did, because I was, you know, listening to heavy metal and stuff. We still do sometimes. And, you know, and that was certainly the stereotype back then. I mean, these days, you know, heavy metal's sort of off the hook for a lot of the controversial stuff it used to be. In the 80s, heavy metal was much more controversial than it is now. But nowadays, all those kids in the 80s are now grown-ups, and a lot of them have kids of their own, and they're the ones who are in politics or whatever. So the whole outrage culture about heavy metal was really died down compared to what it was. Nowadays, it's rap music that's sort of copying it. As, you know, the bad music, it's going to, you know, destroy your children or whatever. But yeah, it used to be heavy metal got the focus, and now it's rap more. Why do you think that kids don't want to play with toys but adults do? Yeah, I don't know, because they're still children. I'm not going to click on all those links. But yeah, so there's stream questions. I hope you like that. What else I'm going to talk about is posts. So only one post this week apart from the roundup. The reason why there's not two posts this week is because I've got Radiothon. So there's a bit of preparation involved in that, which is where, for those of you who are unaware, on the radio show I ask people to subscribe to the radio station, and I give away a lot of stuff. So lots of stuff from my K-pop collection becomes giveaways. I've got a fairly large physical collection, and I'll just basically go through it and just get rid of stuff and hand it out to people. I haven't really bought much of any new K-pop this year, so all the giveaways are going to be old school. It's all going to be golden age stuff, and I'm going to try and throw in a few things that I think people will really, really want. So stuff that I've never given away before, and there'll also be some stuff that I have given away before or tried to that I just want to get rid of, because the Radiothon's kind of good for that for me. Helps me cycle through my collection because I don't want it to be too large. I've got a lot of stuff, and you know, I've only got so much room for it, so I don't like to hoard. I like to have a cycling through of things. Okay, so I did one post which is 5 ways to make the world a better place. This K-pop change petitions. And so there were 5 petitions here. I don't know if anyone's actually bought Ooz's Focus for $23.74, but I did. I bought it for that much, as you can see here. I have the receipt as well if you need the proof. So Ooza hasn't gotten back to me yet about that. So she hasn't emailed me or anything. So I think that if a few of you have done this, you probably would have. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's alright. She doesn't have to. I just thought it would be cool to buy it for a reasonable price. Is there any K-pop item you really don't want to give away? Yeah, there are a few that I definitely want to hang on to. Probably the one thing I was thinking about giving away, but I thought, no, I really want to keep it, is the Tiara Paris and Swiss Suede photo book, because I thought it would be good to give it away to the Tiara fans, but the thing is, I really like it because it's such a good example of Photoshop, and if I ever have to talk about Photoshopping, it's just a really good example for me to have, so I like to keep it for that reason. But I may, I don't know if I'll ever give it away, probably not. It's such a good book. I'm just trying to find it in my collection of stuff. If you want me to dig it out here, I will. Oh, it's in my bookcase somewhere. And there's maybe a few other little things, but most of the stuff that I've got physically, I'm not, super emotionally attached to or anything like that. So, I mean, I've given away like some of my favourite albums. So, oh, that's good. You got one as well, so you know what's in there. So, yeah, but yeah, most other stuff I'll give away. I've given away some really, really good stuff, and I'll try and make it good this time. So tune in on Monday if you're into that. Obviously, it's more relevant if you actually live in my city than if you don't, because you can take more advantage of some of the gifts and giveaways and stuff that you get. But I'll talk about it more actually on air on the radio show. Back to petitions, and predictably, this was the most popular one. We've got 20 people who've signed this one so far. Replace Elon Musk with Chew from Luna, which I think would be good. I mean, I try to get similar fashions in the two photos here. They both got the tie. Ego-powered cars. Chew can make it possible. So yeah, 20 people signed that. I don't think I've got many signatures for the other issues, which is a bit of a shame because, we're trying to save the world here, people. Just, come on. Send G-Dragon to Sub-Saharan Africa to control birth rates. Only found out about this graph the other day that Sub-Saharan Africa is just like breeding like rabbits, because they really like large families over there apparently. So bit scary. Only 3 signatures here. So no one gives a fuck about Africa. Sorry, Africans. Destabilise Islamic fundamental by distributing Mamamoo's music to ISIS. The idea being that when they realise how bad most of Mamamoo's music is, they'll lose their faith in God. Might work. Only one person signed it. Come on, guys. And high rising sea levels by making idols do water bomb. We've got 5 people on that, so that's pretty good. And the last one, how many people signed this one? 3, 4. 4's not bad. Hopefully all 4 of them also actually bought it for $23.74. That means that this is made almost $100 so that'd be cool. But who knows? I don't know. Anyway, that is all the posts for this week. What else is happening that you guys want me to talk about? Let's have a look. Go on Asian Junkie, look at news. Not much happening. Ellen from Crayon Pop's got a bit of cleavage action going on there. Guess she doesn't give a fuck anymore because she doesn't have to be in a K-pop group anymore. Everyone started to care about this. AJ is a bit of a pervert, much like me. I put a comment on this one. Right, he's an infidel. But yeah, she doesn't look like the Raina she used to. She looks like she's turning into IU gradually. IU and Jisoo. Yeah, some songs came out. Not very interesting. And there was a Dreamcatcher. Asian Yoki finally put up his fucking Dreamcatcher review. Slack ass. I put a comment on this one, but I got deleted by Asian Junkie, which is a shame. One day I'm going to do a post of, I'm going to list all the comments that got removed from my articles on Asian Junkie. And because I don't know if you're all aware of this, but if you go to your own profile on Discuss and have a look through your own comments, I'm fairly certain, yeah, you can see the ones that other people have removed. So I'm going to find all those and I'm going to chuck them up in a post one day. And so you can get all the missing content, because Asian Junkie, and it always deletes anything that's, interesting or, might touch someone's buttons or whatever. So, also all the entertaining stuff, in other words, he just religiously goes through and removes it all. If people start having an interesting little argument, he'll just basically bin it. And when I used to write for him, he'd bin half of my stuff, including anything that would, upset people too much, according to him. Which is, unnecessary, I think. So there you go. That's Asian Junkie. Not much else is going on, really. So I'm probably going to leave the stream here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back on. I'm going to play PUBG a bit, and just hang out with you guys, and you can just continue to talk shit. You try to identify AJ from the Dreamcatcher photos. I'm pretty much 100% certain I know who he is, because I have some spies who have basically worked it out by logical deduction, but I'm not going to go through it on the stream because, look, he obviously wants to be anonymous for whatever reason. So, I don't really want to rain on his parade too much. I like giving him shit because we do have our disagreements, and, he certainly deserves a bit of shit. But, I don't want to ruin his life or anything. He's a good dude. He got me to write for him, and, he's overall, once you weigh it all up, essentially we are allies, and we are both, fighting the good fight compared to, a lot of other sites out there that are just fucking shit. So, is he hotter than Shindong? That's a very good question. I'd say Shindong's pretty hot, but I reckon AJ's in there with the shot. I think if you were a Shindong fan, you might want to consider AJ, but I don't know. Who knows? These things are very subjective, of course. Everybody likes different things. So some of you will be Shindong people, some of you will be AJ people, I suppose. Maybe there's a sliding scale. But it's kind of cool that he doesn't reveal his identity, because it means I can have a lot of fun with speculation and stuff like that, and I can sort of stand in stuff. When I did post with Betsy in them, I was able to sort of incorporate AJ into that by just having sort of anonymous people with hands and stuff like that. So it's a bit hard to see if I can find some of what I'm talking about. It's a good thing I've got a Betsy tag. He was wearing baseball shit. He was actually wearing baseball stuff. I didn't notice. So, wow, he has no shame. So here's AJ. holding the bit of paper and talking to Betsy. He's over here. So because we don't know what he looks like, it's quite credible to have these sort of shadowy figures as AJ. And of course there's me, as Hitler. Just because, that's how people want to characterise me, so why not? Anyway, I'll check out the NCT mini album post later, but yes, wearing baseball. I wonder if he's a big fan of baseball. I wonder if that's, maybe those are the only clothes he has. Maybe he was looking for something else to wear, but he didn't have anything else because baseball, maybe that was the only stuff that was clean. It would be good to get him talking about these things. It would be good to have, I don't know, a three-way stream with AJ as well. And he can, I don't know, have a mask on or something. King of mask blogging. Or, I don't know, do an interview with him. I'd like to interview him one day. I'll have to offer him that one day. That's all I've got to say. So, thank you all for watching. It's been a very short stream. Well, actually, hasn't been any different links to any of the others, really. Next week, I'll be back. I'll talk about Radiothon more. I'll have different posts. I'll finally redo the bias list. I'm planning on that. But I wanted to get some other posts out of the way first. But that'll happen soon, I think. And that's it. So I'll come back in a second with some PUBG. I just need to take a 2-minute break to do some stuff. Thank you all for watching.